Hey guys, what's up? This is Theo here, and welcome to Lesson 2 here on Free Code Camp Responsive Web Design Certification. We are on Applied Visual Design, Lesson 2, starting with Applied Visual Design. Use the S tag to strike through text. So we've just learned about basically the underline, the U tag. Now we're going to use the S tag. So wrap the S tag around Google inside the H4, and then add the word alphabet beside it, which should not have the strike through formatting. So we find the H4. We're going to place a S tag around it, and then what we're going to do is write alphabet right here, and then we're going to go ahead and run our test. Good to go. All right. Next one, create a horizontal line using the HR element. You can use the HR tag to add a horizontal line across the width of its containing element. This can be used to define a change in topic or to visually separate groups of content. So add an HR tag underneath the H4, which contains the card title. So we're going to find the H4 again. We're going to add an HR self-closing. Again, there's no children inside of it, so basically we can just use this shorthand instead of having to do this, right? So yeah, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and run our test. Good to go. Number 3, adjust the background color property of a text. So RGBA stands for red, green, blue, and this is the alpha channel, the level of opacity. So 1 being fully opaque, or 0, which is fully transparent. Right. So to make the text stand out more, adjust the background color of the H4 element, okay, to the given RGB value. So we'll say background color equals RGBA. Remove the height property and padding, and add padding of 10 pixels. So we'll remove this height property, add padding of 10 pixels, and what we're going to put in here, we're going to put 45, 45, 45, and 0.1. And sort of see we have this gray background, right? And the more we increase the opacity, we can sort of see we'll get that sort of full color, right? So we'll go to 0.1 and run our test right there. Good to go. Number 4, adjust the size of a header versus a paragraph tag. So the font size of header tags, H1 through H6, should generally be larger than the font size of paragraph tags. Makes sense semantically. This makes it easier for the user to visually understand the layout and level of importance of everything on the page. You'll use the font size property to adjust the size of the text in an element. To make the heading significantly larger than the paragraph, change the font size of the H4 tag to 27 pixels. So we'll change this and we'll say font size 27 pixels, and it got bigger. Cool. And last challenge for this lesson, add a box shadow to a card-like element. So the box shadow property applies one or more shadows to an element. The box shadow property takes values for offset X, how far to push the shadow horizontally from the element, offset Y, how far to push the shadow vertically from the element, blur radius, spread radius, and a color value in that order. The blur radius and spread radius values are optional. Here's an example of the CSS to create multiple shadows with some blur at mostly transparent black values. Cool. Alright, so the element now has an ID of thumbnail. With this selector, use the example CSS values to place the box shadow on the card. So look at thumbnail, right? And we'll say thumbnail, and let's make sure that picked it up. Alright, yeah, so we can sort of see it's kind of hard to see right there, but as we increase this, we can sort of see this shadow sort of on the outer side. So we'll change that back to 0.23. So again, that's really light, but we can sort of we can see it coming through here on the bottom. Let's go ahead and run our test. Good to go. So that's it for this lesson. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.